We're doing an early morning deaf dog training session, so come join us.
We're going to learn the most important thing for a deaf dog to learn, which is look at me. Now you'll notice while I'm training him and going through different tricks, he's constantly looking at me. So look at me is the first thing I teach every deaf dog, and it's super important. Whether it's a puppy that was born deaf or a senior dog that's just going deaf. You'll notice it here that he gets a little bit distracted, and then I have him check in with me and look at me. And I'm going to walk you through exactly how I trained him and how I work with my other dogs. Step 1, we hold the treat to our forehead. We might need to get their attention and show them that the treat is at the forehead first. We start really quickly. As soon as they glance at you and the treat's on the forehead, you give them the thumbs up and you reward them with the treat. I want him to positively associate looking at my face with a thumbs up and giving the treat. It's okay if he gets a little distracted, show him the treat, pull it back to your head. Once that's been done at least 50 times, hold your fingers in a peace sign and point them right to your eyes with the treat in your hand and then reward. Eventually, you'll not have to hold the treat to your forehead anymore. And here's a little close-up of how I do that. Treat fingers are a real thing. Now, as your dogs learn other new things, you always want to throw in this trick because they should be super confident in knowing that they're doing the right thing and get rewarded for something simple, like I'm doing here. You should save this and follow me for future deaf dog training tips if your dog may go deaf in the future, or you want to foster a deaf puppy because it's a super unique and awesome connection. I have worked a lot of dogs and he's by far my favorite. Now, as your dog starts fully understanding that, I want you to increase the amount of time that your dog is waiting to get a treat and teach them a time, like the 3, 2, 1 I'm doing here. And I want this kind of concentration. And no worries if they break their focus, just start over from the beginning. This is the focus we want. It does take a while to work up to this, but I use this constantly when we're doing production work. And also don't forget to give your dog a release at the end and throughout training. Teaching look at me is the best cue you can teach your dog, especially a deaf dog. It gets them to see your emotions and for you to be able to communicate and give them other tricks. And the best perk, I use this trick constantly when doing set work. I can get this dog to focus on me from 50 yards away. What trick do you want to learn next?